Y'all have no idea. I'm so excited about this skinny coffee. I do not. Barb is on two different apparatuses here. All right. I don't like black coffee, Rachel. So while we're waiting on Barb to get on and get situated, what do you think? What did you think about this skinny brew?
So I don't like black coffee neither. And this is why I told people, I said, do not judge the taste by itself if you do not drink black coffee. Like, you're not allowed to make an opinion. But what I did do is I spiced it up. And by the time I got through 1/3 of the cup, I felt better than I felt on keto coffee.
Let me tell you something. You feel it isn't it crazy? Immediately you start drinking it. So I am not a black coffee lover. And I want y'all to see. I don't know if y'all can see. This is black. There's no cream. Y'all can see how dark that is.
Yeah.
There's no cream in here. So I'm showing people like I'm drinking it black. The first day I tried it black. The second day, I put some cream and a Splenda in it, and I didn't like it. And that's like being a girl that doesn't like black coffee. There's something that's like drawing you back.
It is.
That taste that you.
Like, it is.
Had. Barb, what did you think about the skinny brew? She's muted. Oh, she's like stuck too.
Frozen. Looks frozen.
And that's probably why she was on two devices trying to figure out which one was going to work better. All right. So I'm a coffee lover, but I did try the tea and it was delicious.
It's the bomb.
Oh.
Like nothing. There's Barb. She's unfrozen. There she is.
She's going back on it. There you are. Okay. Yeah, your devices are acting crazy for you this morning. So I am drinking skinny brew. I made sure I bought some so that I would have some at home because I was waiting while I wait on my orders to get here. You're muted, Rachel.
Yeah, I'm excited, like for real. And I'm breastfeeding, so my caffeine level has to be lower. But I will say this, like I feel keto coffee immediately, which is why I love it. But this was like a whole nother level. Like I was like a 1/3 way through the cup. No, like I wasn't even.
I only sipped it like 4 times. And I want to say another word, but I don't want to say another word. That this is like but the word starts with C. And
I know what you're talking about.
I don't want to say it because I want to be professional.
Right.
I just want you to know that this is like a whoop. It's
right.
Like whoop.
Right.
So you feel the sense of clarity and focus. I hope that you all went and bought and
for real.
Sell out. Like for real, get your coffee. It's gonna.
But I understand the 3 days and you'll never go back. Like that's real. Like if they do this 3 days in a row, they will not go back. And what's so crazy is I was talking to somebody who actually drinks black coffee, and she said that if people drink black coffee, they will appreciate the taste of this. And I was like, oh.
I remember walking through the courtyard with you, and you were like, well, Nina, I don't know because I don't drink black coffee, so I don't know if I'm going to like it. And that was before we got to taste it. And so good morning to everybody. I am Nina Moore, your presidential diamond out of the Ardmore area, Ardmore, PA. And we've got Rachel, the superstar, Wiggum, and baby boo. And Barbara Hauser, I promise you all, they are amazing. It's okay. I know she's going to get it. Her systems are acting crazy this morning, but it's okay. She's with us. She's here. And so this morning is all things blitzing, and blitzing is really just another form of host to post. It's just in host to post in person. It's another form of like a home party. Right? It's another form of being like, I don't know if you want to call it like belly to belly, but it's another way of just meeting people. And we want to make sure that you understand, we want to take the pressure off. We don't want you to feel like overwhelmed from feeling like, well, I don't know. I don't like to really talk to people. I don't really like to, but we're going to kind of take the tension off for you this morning and show you just how simple it can be because network, your network, let me say that, your network is your net worth. Yeah. I'll say it again. Your net work is your net worth. And so you got to understand that, you know 5 people right now, right? 5 people won't take you to ambassador. I'm sorry to be the one to kind of give you the bad news, right? Mm-hmm. But if let's just say maybe ambassador is not your goal, and that's okay, because we don't pounce on that. your goal may just be that, hey, I just want to earn an additional $200 a month, right? And if that's what you want to do, then we know that we're going to take you like right about Ruby-ish, right? But I don't know now with the added incentives, you know, Ruby could clearly possibly take you to closer to $1,000 a month now, for real, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't lose the sponsorship of your loyals. I mean, that's pretty big, that extra 5% of your income, especially if you're going to be a customer go-getter. And so I don't know if we're seeing this as big as I'm seeing it. I'm excited. I'm so excited. And it's only like 4 cents of my coffee. But go ahead, Rachel, you go ahead and introduce yourself, Rachel, and let everybody know who you are. And then Barb, and then we'll just start talking.
Yeah, so I'm Rachel Wiggum, Ambassador Diamond. Oh my gosh. Been with the company almost 7 years, which is insane to me, and started when I was 25 years old as a single mom who was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I was broke, was super broke, and I needed a way. I was back in grad school for a master's I did not want. I already had a master's, but I went back for another master's just to get the student loans. Don't do that. But I needed a way to make extra income because my son was in private school. And so I love blitzing. I've been blitzing since the day I started this company because I'm a hustler. And so the way it works is I know that it may or may not take some time to rebuild the residual. And so I wanted the cash right away. And so when you told me that I didn't have to return any money back to the company and it was mine, I was going for it. Like, I wanted that money right away because I needed to pay. I had things that I had to pay for immediately. Like, ain't no waiting for Friday. I need to pay it now. And so it gave me the opportunity to make money right away. So $25 meant gas. $25 meant the light bill, the water, whatever. It meant book fees. It meant behind tuition. Like, it just meant things right away. Okay, yeah. It meant things right away for me. And so, and also the opportunity. Let me tell you guys this, because like for me, Rachel Wiggum, yes, like I've been doing this a long time, but for me, I know that if no one invited me to a rap party, I would not be here. And so I started to think about the possibilities of all the people surrounding me that I was shortchanging. Like, just because, like the clerk that's checking me out with my gas, the person who's taking my order, who probably works 2 jobs. Like, this is probably a part-time job. And I saw opportunity for myself, but then I also saw opportunity to help other people, because we know our warm network is not always the nicest sometimes. Some people got some warm networks. Like I said, your network is your net worth. But you can create your network, work, both of them. You can create it. And once I realized that, it went to the next level. All kinds of things. Like, this business has completely changed my life, but I'm excited to share about blitzing today. And that coffee, like you said, like, I'm not a coffee drinker, but keto coffee made me a coffee drinker. But because of how this coffee makes me feel, you can't tell me I'm not going to drink it.
Hello. Well, we could be in our feelings for this.
Absolutely.
We can't be in our feelings for anything else, but for this, Barb, we're going to be in our feelings. So I know how this makes me feel. And so I want to be in my feelings about this coffee. And that's just amazing. You know, you just said something, Rachel, before we get Barb on. You said something super, super duper important. You said, how dare you, basically. You were saying, how dare you not think to offer the clerk that's checking you out an opportunity? Because in most cases, those people are, I mean, not those people, I hate to say, you know what I mean? I don't want to feel like I'm talking down to anybody, because I'm not. But in most cases, service workers are working more than one job to make ends meet. I know. I was a hairstylist. I.e., I was selling pocketbooks, selling dinner, like selling my food stamps. You know what I mean? I know that even as a service worker, I had a very difficult time making ends meet because it's seasonal work.
Yes, it is.
Seasonal. As a hairstylist, we had these inclines, and then like when it was good, it was good.
It's certain times. I do hair on the side, so I get it.
When it was bad, it was bad, you know? And so there's something you said. And so last night, while I was supposed to be resting, because I had no voice, no nothing when I got in, I hadn't slept the whole time we were at conference. You know, when you're taking pictures with 500, 600 people, your body is just wore out by the time you get home. And a girl called me and she said, hey, I really need your help losing weight. Matter of fact, she texts one of the little things that I say text is always a call to action. Text to my phone number. She texts me those letters, and I was getting ready to put her in as a loyal, y'all. And I said to her, Now the Super Bowl is on. I'm waiting. My brother was was singing on the Super Bowl last night. And the Holy Spirit said, nope, don't you dare put her in the system. I picked the phone back up and voice messaged her and I said, Melody, would you like to earn income while you're losing that weight? She texted right back and said, yes. Got in the system with $300.
Blessing.
Look at how, so who are we? Who are we to not offer someone a line that could be the thing that could save or change their lives when we know that this opportunity, we heard the young lady that said she lost her husband and she still decided to build. The young lady that lost her baby and she still decided to build. The young lady whose mother was in the hospital, but she was still at conference. The young lady who said she had mold growing all over her windows there in a two-bedroom trailer. And I know that young lady's going to be on stage as a millionaire.
Ambassador.
Ambassador. Okay.
Yes,
So
right.
Barb, come on to the line. You're there. We're going to get you on here while you're good. Come on.
All right, girls. So sorry about the technical difficulties there. I literally just walked in the door from arriving. Our flight was majorly delayed last night. And anyways, what an exciting conference. And you know what? Yes, you're right. It definitely has that emotional, your energy has just been expent. I woke up and hardly had a voice this morning. But you know what I did this morning was started with my affirmations and just believing in everything that's possible. And you know, when I first joined this business, I was someone who was beyond broke, and joining and having someone tell me to step it up. You know, I joined with a big booster kit. I joined with a lot of extra product that I didn't have the money for. And I'm telling you, that pushed me to get out there and share the products. It pushed me to get out there and use my Blitz cards to introduce my business and myself to more people. And I ended up selling $1,500 in wraps in my first month in the company. Because when I joined, we didn't have coffee. We didn't have all these amazing products. And so, you know, guys, you can use whatever, the Blitz card is a tool. And we have to just get out there and meet people and connect with people. And like Nina was saying, we don't know who needs what we have to offer. Who are we to decide for them? It's really very selfish of us to keep that to ourselves. And so, you know, with, you know, no abandon, like reckless abandon, I am out there sharing with everyone. And even yesterday on the way home, I'm blitzing people all over the airport, you know, and collecting contact information. And guys, the girl who checked my passport as I went down the walkway to the plane, I just heard her energy. And it was like, I felt something that was like, oh, she's got amazing energy. And we had started to walk down the ramp towards the plane. And I turned around and I was like, no, like, I got to go and share this with her. I went over and I handed her a Blitz card and I just said, you've got a great personality. I don't know whether you'd ever be open to making some extra income, whether you love helping people, or whether you're just looking to get, you know, healthier yourself. But I feel like I need to share this with you. And she took it and was like, what's this? Oh, it works. Oh, keto coffee. Tell me more. What is this keto coffee? I've been hearing about it. And in like literally a 60-second conversation, I could tell that she was interested. I got her information and I texted her right there. And before we'd even gotten on the plane, she had texted me back and we're already chatting this morning. You know, we never know. And we just have to trust that the people that God puts in our path, we just have to be bold and share it, because there's nothing to lose, right? Maybe it's going to scare you. Maybe you're afraid of what people are going to think of you. But at the end of the day, what if they need you to change their life? It's not our decision to make for other people. We have to just put it out there and share with other people, because most people, the reason why most people don't look at an opportunity like this or they're skeptical about it is because they don't believe in themselves. And really, we are showing them the first signs of our belief in them by sharing this with them. We're showing them that they have value, that we care about them enough to try and share this. And so I know that connecting with people is the way to build this business. I love that we have so many different ways to connect with people, but I know that when we're with people face to face, the way that we can share our energy with them is amazing. And people are looking for a friend. People are nervous to start something by themselves. And when we offer the opportunity to them and we let them know that we're going to partner with them, and they get to feel that energy, that we care enough that we want to do this with them, you know, that gives them that confidence to maybe take that leap of faith, to step outside of their comfort zone and know that they're not going to be alone.
That's
you know, I always,
that's the key.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's the key, doing it with them. That's the key.
Yeah.
When you telling people, and you know, a lot of people have been burned in other network marketing companies where they joined and then they didn't feel like they were really part of a team. Now, part of it is their own issue, because you do have to connect. Even the Bible says that you have to show yourself friendly first if you want to have friends. So part of that could be their own issue. However, we're going to tell you how to get the Blitz cards before we end. I promise you we will. Because they are in the E-Suite. I went all through the E-Suite last night. I was laying in the bed with the laptop. Now, y'all, I don't do that. I don't normally lay in the bed with the laptop, but I had to lay there to get all the new information and the new presentations and things like that. So, you know, we have a different culture here and it works. And there's no way that even if you don't connect, because guess what? Some personalities don't connect. You might think you like a person in the beginning, but maybe your personalities don't connect. Go upline, go sideline, go somewhere else to connect to someone else that can help you, so that you don't use that as your excuse or your crutch to not do the work, because that's what we'll do, right? But you said some very powerful things, Barb. Delayed never means denied. Let me say that. You should write that down. Delayed never means denied. So
every delay is a blessing.
Maybe God delayed your flight, right? Not just you, but I'm just saying in general. When my
100%.
flights are delayed in the airport, I get excited because I'm like, wait a minute, there's somebody in this airport that I'm supposed to talk to, right? And so delayed never means denied. And then there's another thing that you said, when you said that you felt the urgency, the tug, the pull, as you're walking down that walkway, right? You did not want to get on that plane with regret. And I know, I remember when I first started the industry, and I remember like feeling like, oh my God, she's amazing, her personality, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, even if they say no, even if they take your card and never call you or whatever, the fact of the matter is you did the job. You planted the seed. You planted the seed. And so what people got to understand is, I hated the feeling of walking away from somebody knowing I should have said something to them. And then you're sitting there on the plane, or you're sitting there in your car on the way home saying, God, you're thinking about her all day, and you know that she worked at the Starbucks or wherever, and you go back a couple of times thinking you're going to find her again, and you never find her again. Now you're full of regret. You're full of regret because you know you should have said something. Rachel, have you ever had those moments where you were full of regret?
All the time. Well, no, because
not now, right?
I listen. So even if I'm nervous or scared, it's so funny because I'll be my husband, I'll be like, oh, I just have to talk to them. And I think I had to get to the place where I was okay with the outcome. Like I have to, and this is just in general. So like I used to tie the outcome to whether I did things or not. So it's like, okay, well, if it works out and if I wrap them, then yeah, I should do it to more people. But it's like, no, even if they don't desire it, like I still have to be obedient to what I'm feeling inside. Like if I have that urge to do it, I need to do it. And 9 times out of 10, with that urge to do it, there's going to be a result. I remember, Barb, I don't know if you remember, but when we were in Grand Rapids, I know you remember, there were 2 girls that I blitzed because I'm always blitzing. Listen, I tell my team, you blitz them before I do, because I'm going to blitz them and I'm going to end up with some cash in my pocket. So when we walk into different places, like we're going to go, I have a meeting with them, my local team later, and they know, have you blitzed her? Oh, Rachel already blitzed her. So go ahead and try, because when Rachel comes in, she's blitzing, right? So what's so crazy is I blitzed those 2 girls, and Barb had already blitzed them. And they were like, all right, fine, I'm ready to join. And I think both of them joined, right? Like both of them signed up. They were just trying to get their card. And so, yes, like when you have that urge, and what's so crazy for me, and I'm okay with it, the fact that I blitzed them on top of your blitz might have been the icing on the cake that said, you know what, I got to do this. And here I am working with you to help you, because who knows, I might be in the same situation where I blitz somebody and you seal the deal for me. And I always send people back. So let's just say that I blitz somebody and they are directly working with someone or on the fence, then it's like, hey, come on and join the family, because that's what we are. And regardless of whether they're signing with me, I know that God has somebody else 3 centimeters down the road that if I open my mouth, that's going to be my reward on the other side. So yes, but now I'm not willing to I'm not willing to not blitz them because I'm afraid of the outcome or afraid of what they may say or think, because I know I have a blessing. So whether you decide that you want it or not is up to you.
Yeah, it's just a part of your number, because network marketing is really just two things. It's a numbers game and it's psychological. And so if the person doesn't turn, and doesn't mean that they won't do something because they don't do it right away. I just enrolled someone I told you on stage who I've been prospecting for 10 years.
Yeah.
Barb, was I crazy or what? Right? 10 years. You never know when somebody's time is going to come around, what someone's going to do. You could take somebody and you're going to say they're probably not going to do anything, and they go presidential for you, right? And the person that you think is going to go presidential comes in and doesn't even go Ruby. You just don't know what someone's going to do. But the fact that you edified the person anyway, you edified Barb anyway, that's what right? Come on, we're all family. So we're one team, and because we're one team, we edify anyway. You know, I met a girl online and she said, oh, you know, I'm really, really thinking about coming back. And of course I'm thinking she was a former, because I had put up a post, any former It Works reps. And she said, I was really thinking about coming back. And I said, great. So tell me a little bit more about you. And then finally by the middle of the conversation, she said, yeah, I've been talking to Jennifer. I was like, oh, she's amazing. Get in the system right away. Get in, because you want to make sure that they understand, one, they don't want to join someone when someone's going to be grimy or non-ethical, no integrity or things like that. I've had several people that I've prospected, and then they'll tell me, oh, well, you know, then somebody else told you. So it's just, listen, prospects while you're working.
So I want to say something about that. It's so crazy. So maybe about like 5 months ago, I went out to eat with my team, and our server, of course, I blitzed her. And her friend, like somebody she went to college with, had been begging her to join this business. And so what I did is I went in my inbox and I messaged the girl that she had been talking to, and we sent her a video of her and her friend and said, she's going to join you. So even just reconnecting them, it takes a second, like to find the person that they've been talking to, especially with me being the top income earner. Like I definitely want her to know, like, I'm rooting for you. And this person here is local. So come on local events that you'll have somewhere to send her, but she'll still be connected to somebody. So just taking that moment to reconnect them with the person that they had been talking to.
Right. I think people, let me give you a hint. That was one step further. Not just edification, but then you made the connection with someone. So now they feel like, oh, okay, I won't be alone when I'm doing this. Blitzing is so important, but I want people to understand, I don't want you to think like, oh, let me get dressed. Let me put my shoes on. Oh, I got to go blitzing. Oh, I got to go blitzing. No, that's not it. Let me write it in my calendar. I got to go blitzing. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying when you're in the market and you see the person in the coffee aisle, hello, so here's the deal. You'll do even better in that scenario, because there's no objection to your, hey, I see you love coffee like me. What is she going to say? No, I don't drink coffee, but she's standing there with a box of coffee in her hand. She's not going to reject you. So if you're afraid of rejection, I would suggest that you start that way first, right? I blitzed the woman in the market in front of me in line because she had Gatorade in her cart.
Yeah.
And I said, ooh, I used to give that to my daughter too, until I realized they had 34 grams of sugar. I was like, I felt like a bad mom. You hear what I said?
That's good.
I felt like a bad mom.
That's really
and then she's I was like, yeah. And so I pulled out a pack of Hydrate, because of course I had my little kit in my pocketbook, Barb. I had my kit in my pocketbook, my little Blitz kit. And Barb, I want you to talk about that next. But I had my little kit in my pocketbook, and I gave her, I said, but I'm gonna give you this one sample that has 2 grams of sugar, right? I said, but you have to give me your number. Follow up. I can follow up with you to tell me how you like that. And she was like, sure, right? Because it was free for you to exchange information with me. You see the difference? But she wasn't going to tell me, no, she had Gatorade in her car. So make it easier. Don't think like, oh my God, put your hat on, put my It Works gear on, gotta go blitzing. And now you're standing in the mall like, who am I going to talk to? Who am I going to talk to? Ooh. No, go where coffee and tea lovers are. and start there to make it a little bit easier. Now, Barb, talk about that kit that you have always.
All right. So guys, having a Blitz kit has always been something for me. I've had 2 babies since I joined the business. And so when I first started blitzing, I was getting out there with a baby in the stroller, with a diaper bag on my shoulder. And in the beginning, it was like I was pulling out like dog-eared catalogs out of my diaper bag with, spilled milk on them. That's not the way you want to present your business. You always need to be prepared. You don't want to be fumbling because then you're getting flustered. So set yourself up for success by creating your own Blitz kit. So we've got some awesome bags, our new bag with that clear pouch inside. We've had a purse before, whatever it is. I used to go to the dollar store and I make Blitz kits for people on my team when they join, because it's like a little welcome packet. Here, you've got all the tools needed for you to go out there and start sharing by me giving them, whatever they can carry around. And in the beginning, it was all wraps, right? So I was carrying a dry wrap, ballot pad, so that I could collect their contact information, Blitz cards, and samples of greens or whatever it was that we had at the time for me to share. And, that's just evolved over time, but I always have those products with me. Never give yourself an excuse for why you didn't make a sale. Sample cash, that is the first thing that draws people into this business. You don't need to start with this big astronomical, like I want to make $30,000 a month. It's, I want to make $25 to put gas in my tank or to buy diapers for my baby. And when I started, it was wraps. We're selling wraps at $30 a piece, and that cash adds up really quick. And that can make a huge difference in the matter of an hour. You can have cash in your pocket. And when you show people how this business works like that, they get excited too. Also, we have to be introducing our business to more people and growing our network. And I firmly believe that everyone I come in contact with or who crosses my path needs something that I have to offer. And I love how you're talking about that qualified Blitz in terms of products. But you know what, guys? I am never blitzing just for products. I am always blitzing for the business. And I never have a conversation with someone only about products. It is always, my goal is to blitz them for the business. And so think about it. You go anywhere you go. If you're integrating this business into what you're doing, you're seeing moms at the park and they want that freedom of time to be with their kids. So you're going to have the opportunity to blitz them about the business and share something with them. You go into the mall, and guys, this was my big aha moment. And when I first started blitzing, I would literally walk into a mall and go store to store, meeting people, finding ways to start conversation. You cannot be walking around places and soliciting, guys. That's not what I'm suggesting. But if you genuinely are looking for people who want more out of life, if you walk in and someone's being paid minimum wage to work whatever shifts they get scheduled for this week, they want more in their life. Especially, we're just coming out of Christmas season where people have all these crazy seasonal hours, and now their hours have dropped off. And they're struggling to make ends meet, to pay off their Christmas debt. And so I believe that everyone out there needs this opportunity. I am giving you a chance to earn unlimited income, to have as many hours of work as you want to put in. And so why wouldn't I share that with everyone? Whether it's the person at the drive-through or the girl working at the clothing store I'm at, or the mom at the park, or wherever I'm going. So remember that when you're blitzing, the goal is to just show them what we have to offer, because you don't know what they need. And although the Blitz card when I started was just for wraps, I wasn't even, I hadn't even used the wraps when I first started. To have a great success story, I was passionate about the greens, but I wasn't using the Blitz card to only talk about wraps. I was using that as the tool to introduce my business. And so as soon as I could get that into somebody's hand for whatever reason, I'd walk into a clothing store and people are looking for a reason to chat with somebody. They're being paid to stand there and talk to the customers that walk through the door. So if I walk in and I say, "What are you looking for today?" "Oh, I'm just looking for something that's lime green." And they're like, "Lime green? Why?" And I pull out my card and put it in their hands and say, "I'm looking for something this color. It's my business colors and I'm looking to brand myself. Our business is just exploding in the area." And you got to think of ways to answer the questions that people are going to ask. What are the fears that you have? What are the objections that people put up? And find a way to kind of cover that and answer and put those fears to rest before people even have a chance to question it. So when I'm blitzing, and I'll run through this because I tend to do the same type of blitz every time. I get my card in their hand and I'm saying, have you heard of It Works? Or have you heard of keto coffee? Or whatever it is that you're most excited about. But what I know is if I put it in someone's hand and I say, have you heard of It Works? They're looking at the card and being like, I don't know, what is It Works? I don't know. And they're trying to figure it out. And now they're looking at it and I get to tell them what It Works is all about. We're a health and wellness business. We carry amazing products that give you more energy, better skin, and make you feel amazing. And hey, by the way, if you know anyone in the area who's interested in making some extra income, please pass my information along. There is so much interest in the area, I can't even keep up with the demand. I've already told them it's not oversaturated. I've told them I'm looking for people to partner with, so I'm going to help them. I've told them that, you know, all the different variety of things that we have. So now I've got them curious and I've opened that door a little bit further for that conversation. So don't ever just like hand out the card like, do you like coffee? No, you don't like coffee. Oh, they don't like coffee, and run away. You know, take it to the next step and find out what it is that they're looking for, because everybody wants freedom of time. And, you know, so think of those things. Hey, I used to say to people, you know, everyone has some area of their skin they'd like to tighten, tone, and firm, right? People can't, you know, deny that. It's like, oh yeah, actually everybody I know does need that. So maybe there could be a business here for me. And maybe I do have a network of people who would want this. And find the product that you get passionate about, because although that card was about wraps, I was blitzing for greens because that is what got me into the company. That's where my story came from. And that's how I would share my story with them so that I could relate to them and I could be genuine and passionate, because people sense that in your energy.
Yeah, Barb, you said some amazing things. We talk about our closes all the time because you never, ever leave a conversation blitzing without a close, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you got to get rid of that just passing people a card, standing in front of the store, handing out your Blitz cards, because that's really, they're going to throw those in the trash, right? They're really going to throw them in the trash. But so basically, you know, I've been talking about the word intentional since the top of the year. So your blitzing has to be intentional. The people that the way you're leaving a conversation has to be intentional. And then, you know, I try not to just leave without getting their contact, whether it's their social media contact, because some people are funny about giving you their phone number. But I do find if you have a great enough conversation, especially if you complimented a woman, if you compliment her hair, her smell, her shoes, her whatever, the baby's so cute. If you compliment them, they generally will take a picture with you and then let you send them the picture. So you're really not asking for the phone number. You're saying, let me send you our selfie because I want to let you connect this to the contact. So, you know, you'll remember me, right? And put it with my name, because name and faces, sometimes people, especially if the person doesn't turn right away, if they don't want your opportunity right away, when you do follow up with them, your picture comes up and they will remember, right? Or they'll go through their photos looking like, I remember meeting this girl and now I need this opportunity. And you're going to be the person that comes up in their mind, especially if when you're following up, your follow-up shouldn't be like, hey, are you ready to order? Hey, are you ready to join? They should be like, hey, hello, Christina. I thought about you today and I remember your sweet baby because you put notes in your phone. How is your baby doing? Did you ever find that red dress that you were looking for in Macy's? Yeah. That's a follow-up.
That's so good.
You don't want to, you ready to join my team? Did you get your credit card information? Hey, did you get paid today? Oh, those people are going to be like, oh no, because you're just going in for the kill. But when they feel like you care about them, you even remember something about them, right? Yeah. That you make it all about them, they will want to join you. Go ahead, Rachel, you want to say something?
So like when I take my team out blitzing, because this is a thing, like a real thing, I'll take them out blitzing. When I take them out blitzing and they watch me do it, the one thing that they always say is like, all you did was talk about them. I said, if I can get, first of all, we know, if you don't, I'm going to tell you right now, people love to talk about themselves. Like they love to talk about themselves, believe it or not. And so if I can get them talking about themselves, and they'll tell me why they need the business or product. Like that's all you have to do. Like, oh, Like, what do you do? Especially, I live in a college area. So I love to hear if they have side hustles. I love to hear if they drink coffee, because a lot of college people drink coffee. It's crazy. I just met somebody in Tampa. It was 2 teachers. They were best friends. And one was a 5th grade teacher. Like, I know this. One was a 5th grade teacher. The other one was a special education teacher. One was from Indiana. They moved down to Florida together. She has a boyfriend who's like, I know all their business. So now I'm in a place where I can tell you why you need this business. I know the products that are saving for you. I know you have mounds of student debt. Like, I know that you need some extra income on your teaching salary, especially if you ever want to make, like, I know I have all this information. And so the first thing is just slow down, calm down, and ask them about themselves. And they'll be like, oh, she's interested in me. And that will give you the opportunity to open up the door to what you have to offer. Because people don't care about what you have until they know how much you care. And so that's just something to keep in mind when you're blitzing. It does not take, you can have a 3-minute conversation and feel like it was an hour, but it's only 3 minutes. Like, slow down.
Well, and Pam touched on that at conference this weekend, and just saying, like, talking about that psychologist that wouldn't talk about himself on the plane to the person that he was meeting. And people love to talk about themselves. That's it. If you're having a hard time getting people to open a door conversation with you or engage with you, just ask them about themselves. Saying an open-ended question, guys. You don't want to ask questions that get a yes or no answer. You want to say, how do you drink your coffee typically? Let them tell you what they love. And then you're going to know, instead of just blabbing off about Skinny Brew, and they're going, I would never touch a black coffee. Find out what they love. Hone in on that and say to them, oh my gosh, you drink it like a double-double. You are going to love our keto coffee. Oh my goodness. And it's so much better for you and doesn't have any sugar. You've got something to stem from then. And I love what you're saying, Rachel, because if we can figure out what people need, then we know the right angle to take with this business. And I would encourage all of you guys to go back into your training and to go over color personalities. Because guys, if you're talking to a yellow who loves to help people, and you're blue and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. It's such a party. You get to, they're like, oh, that's not for me. But if you can say, oh my goodness, there are so many people in your life that you could help with these products and this opportunity, they're going, oh, maybe I'm supposed to be doing that, And so we have to really listen to people and read them, or else we're not going to know how to connect with them best. And we're going to be ineffective at making that connection and making that close. And we want to be as genuine and organic and real as we can be. And guys, I'm going to give you like just such a general tip when you're connecting with people, because I'm more of a green-yellow personality. I overthink things, and I'm always sensitive to how people are going to feel. And so I was afraid of being aggressive and being pushy. And I had to realize there's a big difference between being aggressive and being assertive. And when you have something amazing to share, you have to be bold with it, because you were given this message for a reason. And so I just encourage you guys to go and do that color personality training, to learn who you are and to think about what this business does for people. And then it's even gotten to the point where I incorporate that into the way I blitz. If you love helping people, having fun, making money, or representing incredible quality products, this could totally be for you. And then they're going to give me an indication as to what part of that got them really excited. And I'm going to know how to tell them how they can rock this business out and have so much fun doing it.
So, that's fantastic. Cause for me, I say all the time, I'm all shark. I'm all red, like show me the money. And so even if a person texts me like a really like book text message, I will look at it and I'm like, my brain shuts down, because I'm like a bottom line, show me the money. So if you're giving a person too much information and they're a red, they're like a show me the money, they're shut, they've like, whoop. They're looking at you, but they're thinking about those shoes on the rack behind you, right? And so you gotta know what you're dealing with. But if you're red and you're hearing someone say, yeah, just, so when I'm giving them, I ask them questions. So here's the deal. I'm always interviewing. No one's interviewing me.
Yeah.
Because I know that what I have is the real deal Holyfield, right? So because we the real deal Holyfield, I've got what you need, not vice versa.
Period.
So, period, with a tip. So what you got to do is make sure that you're interviewing everyone you meet. Everyone. It's an interview process because you need to see where they fit in. If you listen, you'll know whether they want to just be a Ruby or whether because if you come talking about, girl, you can make this $30,000 bonus and all she wants is $100 a month extra, you've just killed your prospect. So listen, write that down. Listen, write this down. Listen louder than you speak.
Yes.
Listen louder than you speak. I'm gonna say it again because I know you didn't listen the first 2 times I said it. Listen louder than you speak. You are not, stop trying to make yourself sound like the expert. Nobody cares whether you're the expert. You shouldn't be edifying yourself anyway. You should be edifying an upline, a sideline, and I hate the word upline, but a senior business partner. You should be edifying someone else because if you could close the person, you would. But since most people can't, you need to get someone else on the phone because you should be edifying someone else and then let that someone else then go back and edify you. So now the person feels comfortable with partnering with you. But if you listen louder than you speak, you'll know exactly what information to send them. What should you send them? I don't know. Go to YouTube. Find a video you like. Figure it out like I did, right? So go to Google. Google presentations on that. Go to your eSuite because there's some bomb diggity training back there. There's videos in your Connect app. Like you have to know what you desire to send your people. Don't just say, well, Nina, what do we send? You don't know. I might be dealing with a different caliber of prospect. So I'm going to send them a different level of information. So you've got to understand that you've got to do some homework for yourself as an independent business operator.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me sip my coffee on that one.
All right. And I want to give you guys just 2 really good tips, especially for all of you guys that are yellow out here that are
asking what do you put in your Blitz bag?
Blitz bag.
Okay. So in my Blitz bag, I've got samples of everything. Like I literally have keto coffee, hydrate, greens, collagen, you name it. I want to have it so that once I figure out what it is that they're needing, and once I know an idea of what they're going to like best, I want to be able to share that with them. It gives me a great reason to then get that extension of, here, I'm willing to share this sample with you or sell this sample to you. If you're willing, it's an exchange of value, right? If I give you this sample, would you give me a review? Would you post that on my Facebook? Would you post it on your wall? And I can get somebody to book a host a post from me handing out a sample or selling a sample when that's my kind of perspective. So I always have Blitz cards. You want to have, if you maybe get a sticky notepad, I'm always carrying stuff like this so that you can take down their information if you don't have your phone on you. Most of us do have our phones on us. I also have ballot pads that I've made up for when I'm doing trade shows, and I keep those in my purse. So just in case I'm somewhere where I have no Wi-Fi, which has happened like yesterday on the plane, right? You want to make sure that you still have a way to capture their information so that you can continue building that relationship with them. So I used to carry a dry wrap. I don't tend to carry that as often anymore because we've shifted our focus, guys. And the coffee and these drinkable products is so amazing to share with people. And when you let them know that you care about their own personal perspective, and it's not that they have to love it, but it's like, I can't wait to hear how much you do love it. It's that expectation. So just a little bit of everything. I always have a pen and a piece of paper of some sort in my Blitz bag. And it's always easy to access. Guys, it's to the point where I will not buy a wallet or a purse unless I can conveniently have my Blitz cards. If you see me, my Louis got the pockets on either end, and both pockets are stacked with a big stack of Blitz cards because I never want to be caught without them. And when I hand them out,
they're in every one of my bags. So what I've done now is, because you know how ladies, we switch pocketbooks, and you kind of sometimes forget to put, so every one of my pocketbooks has Blitz cards in them. Already. Yeah. So when I change pocketbooks, I just leave the Blitz cards there so that I know that it's ready for the next time. I don't care if it's a clutch and I'm going out to an event, where I'm dressed. They're in my clutch pocketbooks too. So my clutches have to be big enough to fit my Blitz card because I'm in business all the time.
Yeah.
So can we show an example of the Blitz card? I'm sorry, my pocketbook is not next to me.
Yeah, mine is right here.
Right. And then they're in the E-Suite, but the new ones are even smaller.
Yeah.
The new ones are so cute.
They're so cute. They're bigger than a business card, but smaller than, so you can go and can you give that?
Here's my name. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Selfprint.itworks.com, guys.
So somebody should type that in there. Selfprint.itworks.com. The Blitz cards are already there. The catalog is already there. I printed it out last night.
Let me tell you. The four people always say, well, business cards or Blitz cards. Blitz cards, hands down, like always Blitz cards. And you can lead with the business or products with the Blitz card. I never suggest the business cards, but that's me personally.
And, I mean, this has value, guys, right?
Value.
Like it's a $5 coupon. It's a $5 bill that you get to give to people. So it holds that value when you're handing it out. And if just a side note, if you guys are going to print your own, find a local printer that you can network with, right? Ask them if they'll keep a stack of Blitz cards on their front counter and, put your picture on them. We talked about this at conference. Honestly, people will hold onto your card a lot longer, which will make them remember you. It's that personal touch. They remember where they met you because now your face is on it. They can connect you to your social media because your face is on it. And honestly, getting them printed through a local printer, I'm printing up 1,000, 2,500 at a time because I expect to go through them. And I am always looking for opportunities to give them out. And when I blitz my waitress at the restaurant and she is curious about it and seems excited, I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me give you a couple more to put in the back room for the rest of the staff because I don't want them to be jealous.
Yes.
And
my goal used to be 100 a month, so I'm about to go back to that.
Yeah.
It used to be to go through a whole pack every single month.
That's right. And if we still got a bunch of Blitz cards at the end of the month, we're not doing our jobs because even if let me help everybody. Turn even a home party, right? Because we really should be doing them all, doing it all. You can turn a home party into a host a post because you get your guests that are sitting at the home party to go to their social media immediately and say, oh my God, I just had a sample of this skinny brew coffee. My girl Barb, wants to know, is looking for 5 people who may want to try this amazing skinny brew coffee that I'm tasting right now. You can turn your home party. So it's like a double whammy, boom, boom, that you're at a home party, but you're turning that into a host a post as well.
I do want to say this though, when I think the biggest thing to understand, and it's something that I learned and I had to learn, less is more. So you don't just want to be out here just like here. It's better to connect with 5 people than to blitz 20 and not get any contact information. So you want to slow down and actually get their information and make the connection. Because I know myself, I've blitzed people, and then because I'm so eager to blitz the next person, I don't even follow up with the person that I blitzed, which is not smart. Like, that does not make money. So taking the time to slow down and actually being proficient with closing, or not even closing, but actually connecting to the blitz outside of that initial interaction. So what I'll do is when I add them on social media, I immediately hit their inbox, whether they've accepted my friend request or not, and say, hey, it was so excited to meet you at such and such today. I'm so excited to connect with you about whatever we had a conversation about, whether it was the products or the business. But then, because then I have the reminder, just like you have the picture, I have the reminder of the conversation that we had.
Right. So
I love that. And even just if you're adding people on social media, I screenshot their profile as soon as I add them. And I can go back through my screenshots, and that's how I'm intentionally making sure that I am following up with these people. And when you screenshot it, your phone's going to record where you were when you took that screenshot and what time and date it was. So you can say, it was so nice to meet you on Wednesday at Tim Hortons in whatever town, So I think that absolutely is I love how you're saying that though, because it's the same thing as when people comment on your polls in your story. It's like, if you message them back like, oh, thanks so much for voting, and you don't say what it was about, you don't even know what they were interested in to continue following up on that. And it really is about, making it easy for yourself too, to be as personal as possible. And guys, we want you to understand this is about being genuine and organic. It's not about just collecting contact information. You know, it's about you being able to be real and personal, because every customer and distributor who ends up coming into your business is potentially a friend for life. And so we've got to start that by, you know, remembering who they are and showing them that we actually care about that, because people don't care how much you know, they care about how you make them feel. And so remembering that is huge. And also, guys, referrals. When it comes to color personalities, 40% of the population is yellow, and they will be motivated to help someone else before they're motivated to help themselves. So when you're at a party, if you say to each guest that's there, hey, I'd love to give you 5 coupons to hand out to people in your life who you think could benefit from these products or this opportunity. And the same thing, when you sign a loyal customer and you send them out a little follow-up thank you note, send them 5 Blitz cards. I wanted to give you 5 coupons to share with your coworkers and friends. And that is honestly going to be huge. But another tip I just got to say is, guys, pray over your Blitz cards. Don't just throw them away like, you know, paper to the wind. Pray over your Blitz cards that the people that are intended to hear about this are going to come into your path. And I promise you, you'll give out a whole lot more Blitz cards, and you'll have a whole lot more genuine, authentic connections. And when you're face to face with, didn't mean to cut. When you're face to face, just for those yellows, this is the big tip that I wanted to share with you is, you know, we get in our own heads, if you're yellow and green especially. And I want you to realize that if you want to be connecting with people, there's just a psychological, like biological tip. When you talk to someone, which eye do you look into? I want you to drop in the comments. If you're on my team, don't give this away. But when you're talking to somebody, do you know which eye you look into? Do you ever think about it? Right? You want to look into their right eye, which is on your left, because the right side of the brain is connected to your emotions. And anytime someone's making a connection, a relationship, or a purchase, that's an emotional transaction. And so if you want to genuinely connect with them, for me, I'm worried that they're thinking I'm being some pushy salesperson. But it gave me so much peace to think the eyes are the window to the soul, right? If I can open myself up and be an open book and look at you and genuinely say, I believe in these products. I believe they're going to help you. I know that you could do something with this business if you are looking for more. It takes that fear away from me. And if they're not ready for it, cool. I'm like, all right, you're not ready yet. That's all right. We'll keep working on you. But I know that I left that relationship, putting myself out there, being honest, and not trying to take advantage of people. I know my heart's in the right place, and I know that they know it too, and that just gives me peace.
Right. Barb, that was amazing. I remember learning that when I was in one of my previous companies, which is why even at our networking meetings, when we had our meetings, they said they always instructed at the table, put your tag on the right side, so that when you're talking to someone, you were automatically going to the right side of them to talk, because of that thing that's on that brain. So I know that we're supposed to get off of here soon. There's a lot of questions that people are asking. So let me just kind of hit a couple of them. On your Blitz cards, you can self-print. You can add your number on there. You should never have a Blitz card that does not have your phone number, because how do you expect them to get back to you? All right? You cannot be afraid to give out your number. If you don't want people calling your phone number, go to Google and get a Google Voice number. Don't ask me how to do it. Google that. All right? Then you asked what should be in your bag. We already answered that. Samples, yes, samples should be in your bag. There was something else. Labels should have your name, your website, your phone number, email address, right? You have to know, there are some questions you don't have to ask, because you should, what would you want on a card? What information would you want someone to have given you? That's the way, so don't overthink this. Just make it that simple. How much information would you want from another person? Now, remember, you don't have to put your social security number on there. You don't have to put your date of birth. Just how can they contact you? That's the way you want to make sure. How can they contact you? Here's another great tip, and because we were supposed to get off at 45. But here's another great tip for all of you that I've gotten some of my best distributors this way. When you're on a road trip, especially, or like you're using a restroom at Target or Walmart or something like that, we call it sticky note prospecting. So I've taken sticky notes, and I'm just giving this one for free, and I've put on there, and it needs to be handwritten. It does not need to be something you get done from Vistaprint. You know why? They're going to know it's a real person that wrote it. And on that sticky note, I've written work from home, make blank, blank, blank per week, and my phone number. And I've stuck it on the bathroom stall doors. Why? Because everybody's going to the bathroom stall. And then sometimes what I'll do is if I know I'm gonna be in Target for a while, I'll go back. I'll do it when I first get in there. So I'll make sure before I've gone to the Target, you all. I've written like 5 or 6 of them, right? Go in there as soon as I walk in the store, go into the bathrooms, put them on the stalls, and then I'll go back through the bathroom before I leave, and most of them are always gone. So moms are in Target during the day, and they're looking for work from home opportunities.
Yes.
You definitely want to make sure that you're not leaving any stone unturned. All right. So I just want to say I am so blessed and honored to have been on this panel with Rachel and Barb. They are super rock stars, you all. If you're not following us on social media, go to our Instagrams. I'm Nina_Moorer because I like for you to just be easy. Nina_Moorer. Rachel on Instagram, you are
Mrs._Wigs.
And Barb?
I'm at Crazy But It Works.
All right.
Hauser is house with an R.
Hauser's house with an R. Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that? So make sure you're following us on social media, because guess what? If you don't know what to do, then you can always watch and see how we act, how we interact, what we say. Don't copy the post word for word.
Yeah.
Don't copy a person's post word for word. Copy it, take it, and then add your own emojis, change a line or two, because you'll kill their algorithm, right? So make sure that you follow great success leaves clues. So if I see a post that they put up and I like it, I will copy it, put it in my notes, right? And then I'll bring it when I'm looking for content and I can't think of what to post, then I go back like a week later or so and I'll take it, but I'll change a line. I'll add a line. I'll change the emojis so that I make that my own. So sharing is caring. We love you guys. Thank you, Barb. Thank you, Rachel, for being here with me. I'm glad you got home, Barb, because you've been traveling for a long time. For a long time. All right, y'all have a blessed day and let's crush it. It's time to more. All right, bye.
Yes.
More.
Ready for more.